Hey, my friends, welcome to another reading video. All right, we are still working on those long I sounds. So, what does a long I say again? It says I. Good, just like this picture. Say it with me pie. Remember, when we have a long I, it could be just an I by itself, it could be a Y at the end of the word, it could be an I, another letter, and then an E at the end of the word. IGH, which is kind of a tricky one, and that's why I know we practiced it in our reading groups the other day. We've been practicing it on the board. But when we see the letters IGH together, we always have to remember and remind our super brains that that says I. And then sometimes we have IE, which also says I. Holy moly, so much to remember, but we're going to keep practicing, okay? We have a few new words to practice today. We're going to break them down letter by letter. This is so important. You are saying this with me at home. Some of you are amazing, and I can tell you're practicing sounding out new words, breaking down letter sounds. Some of you, I feel like we still need to practice, and that's okay. That's why we practice. The only way you're going to get better, though, is if you do it with me out loud while you're at home. Because if we were here in the classroom together, you would be talking with me all day long. We would lose our voices. We'd be talking all day. But that's amazing because we get to learn and work together. At home, I need you to do it with me so that I know you are becoming rock star readers. Okay? All right, enough lecturing from Mrs. Sae-Wong. Let's do some reading. Let's break it down letter by letter. Are you ready? S-k-I. S-k-I. Sky. Good. Next one. T. Oop, and we have the IE, so we just know it's going to be I. So I. Tie. Good. We have an I by itself, but that's going to make the long I sound. So we have F, I, N, D. Find. 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 Good. Next one. Oop, we've got that IGH. So we know those three letters all together just make the one sound, the I sound. So we have H, I, high. Okay. Last one. We have an I in the middle and an E at the end. Well, that E at the end tells us that's going to be a long I. So let's sound it out. L, I, T. Remember, that E doesn't make any sound. Light. All together, light. Awesome job. Thank you for saying everything out loud with me at home and practicing. Let's say these sight words together. Ready? Round. Again. Country. They. Let's put them in a sentence. A basketball is a round ball. I cannot wait until I see all of your adorable faces again on Thursday in our reading groups. Country. Usually, people with farms live out in the country. Last one, they. They are amazing at growing foods on their farms. They. All right, let's say them rapid fire quickly. Round. Again. Country. They. Awesome, my friends. All right, let's switch over to our other camera and talk about today's work. All right, friends, so here's what we are going to be working in today. We're going to talk about our reading log. We have some sight words to work on, and we're going to do some work in our Unit 7 magazine. So go ahead and hit pause, go grab these 3 books plus something to write with, and come on back when you're ready. All right, if you're back with me, that tells me you have these 3 books, something to write with, and you're ready to rock and roll. So let's talk about our reading log. We are working on our My Retelling reading log. Remember, you're reading your book, writing the title of the book, and you're drawing 3 events that happened in the book. So 3 things that happened. So if you are reading a book about dragons and princesses in a castle, you might draw a picture of a dragon and a castle and a princess. If you are reading a book about Sonic the Hedgehog, you might draw a picture of Sonic and the gold coins and something else cool from Sonic. Okay? It's just 3 pictures that give me an idea of something that's happening in the story. But remember, we've talked about it every day. If you are one of my friends who just does not like to draw, drawing's not your jam, it stresses you out, let's not go there. Let's not stress ourselves out. You can go ahead and just write a few words that tell me something about what's happening in the story, okay? You might say Sonic is running. Sonic is collecting gold coins. Sonic beats the bad guy, okay? So I want you to do what's best for you. It's all about just thinking of what happened in the story. That's what we're practicing here, okay? So if you have questions about the reading log, let me know. Otherwise, let's move right along. Now we're going to be in our sight words number 4 book. Remember, you were all given some paper clips a while ago. Hopefully you still have them, so it makes your life a little bit easier. We're going to open up to the word around. So I will give everybody some time to open up their book. Okay, if you need more time, just hit pause, friends. We're going to keep moving forward. Everybody, say the word with me. Around. Read the sentence with me. I ran around the field. Good. Just like every day, we practice writing it, finding it, writing it again because I goofed when I made the copies, and drawing it. Go ahead and hit pause, work on around, and come back when you're ready. Okay, if you're back with me, that tells me you're all done with around. Let's turn the page. The next word we're talking about today is form. Okay, everybody say it with me. Form. Good, let's read the sentence. The children form 2 lines. We're going to write it. Remember, this is our time to practice our nice, neat handwriting. That was kind of a weird M, sorry. Sometimes my handwriting's not perfect, and that's okay. We're just going to keep practicing. Find it, write it again, and draw it. Hit pause, work on form, come back when you're ready. All right, if you're all done with form, if you're back with me, then that means we are ready to move right along. So let's set our sight words aside. Now we're going to work in our Unit 7 magazine. We are going to open up, oops, I had the wrong page saved, silly Mrs. Sae-Wong. We are going to open up to page 28, our flag. So go ahead and everybody open up to page 28. I'll give you a little time. Okay, if you need a little more time, just hit pause. In a minute, I'm going to read the story, Our Flag. It is all about the American flag. We're going to read the 4 pages, and then at the end of the story, you are going to draw a picture to show the U.S. flag or the American flag. What does it look like? So you're going to give me a nice big drawing. Then you're going to tell me about the U.S. flag. So while we read the story, we're going to think about some important information or those key details that tells us about the flag. And then you're going to write me at least 3 sentences talking about the U.S. flag. Okay? We're going to read the story through one time, just listening. Then we're going to read through it a second time, and I'm going to help you underline some important information that might help you with your sentences. Okay? Let's begin. Our flag. Our country has a flag. It is red, white, and blue. The flag helps us remember our past. We had to fight to be free. Our flag fills us with pride. Pride means we're proud of it. Our flag flies high in the sky. It has 13 bright stripes. So these are the stripes, the red and white stripes. It has 50 stars. We sing songs about the flag. Our flag fills us with pride. And the 50 stars represent the 50 states. Did you know in America, the United States has 50 states? Like we live in the state of Nevada. There are 49 other states plus Nevada in our country. Woo, that's a lot. Let's turn the page. We look at our flag. We put our hands on our hearts. We say a pledge to our country. Our flag fills us with pride. We wave our flag. It helps us remember our fight. It reminds us we are free. Our flag fills us with pride. Okay, so let's go back and talk about some of the important details from the story. Let's read the first page. Ready? Our country has a flag. It is red, white, and blue. The flag helps us remember our past. We had to fight to be free. Our flag fills us with pride. So remember, we have to write 3 sentences about our flag. So what key details tells us some things about our flag on this page? I agree. Right here where it says it is red, white, and blue, that tells us the colors that are on our flag. The flag also helps us remember our past. That's another important detail that might help us write our story, or our sentences, excuse me. So take your pencil and underline that information. So when you're going back to write your sentences, you can come back and your eyeballs will go straight to the important details. Okay, on the next page, our flag flies high in the sky. It has 13 bright stripes. It has 50 stars. We sing songs about the flag. Our flag fills us with pride. So let's think about some important information on this page about our flag. It has 13 stripes. That's important to know when you're drawing the picture of your flag, right? We need to know how many stripes there are. It has 50 stars. That's a lot of stars, but that's important when we're drawing our flag and talking about what's important. And why does it have 50 stars? Let's draw a little line. It has 50 stars because we have 50 states in the U.S. So the stars represent the 50 states. That might be an important piece of information when you're writing your sentences. Let's turn the page. We look at our flag. We put our hands on our hearts. So that's what they're doing here. We say a pledge to our country. Our flag fills us with pride. When we say a pledge, that's where we promise to be the best U.S. citizens, the best Americans we can be. That we are going to be kind and thoughtful, and we're going to take care of each other. We're going to respect our country and all the things that we're able to do because we live in a free country. Not every country is free. We've talked about this, right? Some countries, you don't get to go to school. You don't get an education. Some countries, you don't get to make a lot of your own choices. Okay, so we are lucky and we pledge and we're proud of being able to live free here in America. Okay? So we say a pledge to our country with our hands on our hearts. That might be something else we talk about. It's important for our flag to say we respect our flag by making that pledge. Okay? We wave our flag. It helps us remember our fight. It reminds us we are free. Our flag fills us with pride. So remember our fight. What does that mean? What are we fighting for? We fight every day to make sure that we stay free, that we get to continue making the choices we want, that we get to continue making the choices that we think are best for us. So it reminds us we are free. So now we have gone through and we've read the story twice. We've underlined the important information, those key details. Excuse me. Now what I want you to do is I want you to draw a picture to show the U.S. flag. I want it to be your picture of your representation of the flag. So go ahead and hit pause. You can color it with colored pencils or crayons, but you need to have color. That way we know which stripes are red, which ones are white. We need to know where the blue is. So hit pause, work on your flag, and come back when you're ready. Okay, if you're back with me, that tells me you're all done with your awesome US flag. Now what I want you to do is we're going to come over to page 33. I'm going to challenge you a little bit, which means I'm going to push you a little bit. I am not going to give you sentence starters today. I am not going to tell you what I want these sentences to look like. I want you to tell me about the US flag, everything that you just learned. So let's make sure our sentences are complete. They start with a capital letter and end with punctuation, a period, question mark, or an exclamation point. Okay? But you are going to write 3 sentences. If you want to write more than 3, that's okay. But I want you to give me at least 3 sentences to tell about the US flag. It can be things that you already know, or it can be key details or information we got from the story that we underlined together. Okay? So go ahead and work on your sentences. When you are all done, send me pictures in Seesaw. As always, if you're stuck, if you're like Mrs. Sae-Wong, I have 2 sentences, I can't come up with a third one, or if you're not sure if your sentences are correct, let me know during our class meeting. We can talk about this. We can share our sentences. We can share our ideas with each other. Okay? But make sure if you're going to bring questions to the class meeting, I want to see that you have tried to answer the sentence or write the sentences or tried to answer the questions. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Send me a picture of both 32 and 33 in Seesaw when you're all done. And that's it for today, my friends. I will see everybody at our class meeting and in our other videos. Bye, friends.